City, on the air and over the web. This is Music City Roots, live from the Loveless Cafe. I'm Keith Bilbrey, welcoming you to our weekly radio showcase for the finest roots of Americana music from and passing through Nashville, Tennessee. Welcome to the Loveless Barn. Can I hear you out there? Yes, sir. Got a lively group here tonight. It's a new season here at Roots in so many ways. For one thing, it is officially spring. It's been too long coming, but the breezy days of April are here, and we couldn't be more excited to get our spring 2013 season underway tonight. And we're excited to have a new live and local radio home here in Music City. Yes, as of tonight, we are jamming with Hippie, Nashville's newest radio station, Hippie Radio 94.5. Let's say howdy to all the hippies out there. Yeah. Thanks also to the Loveless Cafe for the legendary biscuits and chicken, and the buffet for all our musicians, supporters, and crew. And thanks to our sponsors, including Blackstone Beer, who brings you our lineup of artists each week. Let's give them a big hand. Yes, sir. And now, welcome to center stage, Grammy Award-winning North Carolinian, now Nashvilleian, what a guy. Welcome, Jim Lauderdale.
Why, thank you. Thank you very much, Keith Bilbrey.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, folks, how are you tonight? Well, we are so excited about this season kicking off here. And I'll tell you what, now I had a request from a buddy of mine that wanted to hear a song, and I was going to do it for him, and I told him yesterday on the phone that I'd do it, but I was up till about 3:30 writing with that old John Oates.
Oh, no.
And so I didn't get to do it, but I want to do this song for my friend. And anybody else out there that's maybe feeling a little blue, and because, you know, that stuff always passes, you know, and the next thing you know, you're going to be smiling and laughing, and your life is going to take a whole new direction, go into a whole new thing. But this one is actually another one I had a request for. And so it's called Grace's Song. And you know, we all need a little grace sometimes, so that's what this is about. Under the shadows, a little smile grows, and then a sunshine smile's just enough. Yes, it gets better. Dust has to settle, and hope over fear sounds real good to those gathered here. And Grace's song is playing now. Anything is possible. Mercy waits outside the door. Listen close when she starts coming in. Yes, we've been waiting to hear celebrating, to see us all shine some and make time stand still. Yes, it gets better. Dust has to settle. Pull my head out of the sand long enough to look around, and Grace's song is playing now. Anything is possible. Mercy waits outside the door. Listen close when she starts coming in. Come on in now. When someone gets grateful playful. Hope over fear sounds real good to those gathered here. And Grace's song is playing now. Anything is possible. Mercy waits outside the door to brighten up every sad house. Grace's song is playing now. Anything is possible. Mercy waits outside the door. Listen close when she starts coming in. Listen close when she starts coming in now. Oh, I want to listen to Grace. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much. And like I said, now welcome back to the spring season of Music City Roots. Are you ready? Are you ready for this spring season? Me too. Boy, I'll tell you what. Keith, it's a little warmer
Yeah,
than
like
it was the last time we were here a few weeks ago. But, you know, I'd like to introduce a couple of guys to you here that are here every week, keeping us informed. First, I hope you heard the premiere this week of the Roots Radio Hour. His new show is on Hippie Radio. Legendary Nashville broadcaster, Mr. Keith Bilbrey.
Yeah! Thank you.
I heard it.
You were on it.
I was on it,
Yeah.
yes. I was very honored to be on it.
I still can't believe that wasn't you playing bass for Stevie Wonder on the ACM Awards. I swear that guy looked just like you. Did you see it? Is a guy playing bass for looked just like him?
Oh, he didn't look just like me.
Well, obviously didn't because he wasn't you.
Anyway, only our hairdresser knows for sure. Right? Remember that commercial? Well, anyway, and over here on stage right in the Griffin Technology chat room, the guy who does our interviews and tells the story of our show on the Roots blog, Mr. Craig Havighurst.
Hello, everybody. Wow, 2 weeks off. Kind of needed it, felt good. Jim comes back and puts 3 weeks of energy into one song.
Exactly.
How about that?
Oh,
Jim
on.
Lauderdale, ladies and gentlemen, we're lucky to have you back.
Thank you. It's good to be
So
back.
good to see you. Folks, as you know, we here at Music City Roots, when something works, we do it over and over again. Because why change if it's cool? Since the beginning, we have been a partnership with the Nature Conservancy. And I got several friends I wanted to introduce you from the Nature Conservancy. They will come out here. You know Trish Christ is here. Trish, come on out. And from Ascend Federal Credit Union, Kim York. And Vicki Smith from Nissan. Y'all, how you doing? Let me give you a microphone. Trish, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Everybody here has already helped the Nature Conservancy just by coming tonight.
Yes, they have. Thank you guys very much.
Yeah. First show of every season. We dedicate to Nature Conservancy and all that you all are doing. And we're here tonight to talk about something called the Corporate Council for the Environment. Sounds very serious, but I'm sure it's whimsical and fun-loving too. What is it?
Well, you know, at the first show of every season, either you have me or one of my coworkers come up here to tell you the latest and greatest cool thing the Nature Conservancy is doing. And today, it's the Corporate Council for the Environment. Now, we've been in Tennessee for 35 years. And we've always had friends in the business community. But this January, we decided to systematize that and figure out the best way, the cleanest way we could engage companies and their employees in our work to keep the land green, the water clean, and the natural resources abundant in Tennessee. And we've done that. The Corporate Council for the Environment now has 14 members in barely 3 months, so I'm really excited about that. We're so grateful when folks like you and when Music City Roots is an excellent example of a business that cares about the Nature Conservancy, but we're very grateful for that. And I want to take a minute to talk about the two companies that we think of as the founding members of the Corporate Council for the Environment in Tennessee. We have longtime relationships with Nissan Americas and with Ascend Federal Credit Union, which is extra pertinent to you guys because coming to Music City Roots, you also have longtime relationships with Nissan and Ascend Federal Credit Union. These guys don't just talk the talk, they and their companies walk the walk, and we're grateful for their help in supporting our work. There are 14 member companies, as I mentioned, and since I am now almost 45 years old and cannot be trusted with lists of 3 or more, I'm going to read the names of those 14 companies so you guys can know who they are. Nissan, Ascend Federal Credit Union, Eastman Chemical Company, Hilton Homewood Suites, you probably stayed there, Ingram Barge Company, International Paper, Delic U.S. Holdings, Griffin Technology, hello, another Music City Roots family member, Native Magazine, Packaging Corporation of America, Alcoa Inc., Brushy Fork Environmental Group, Strategy, and The Trust Company. Now, when I read those names, I hope you thought 2 things. I hope you thought, gosh, that's so nice of those companies to help the Nature Conservancy. And I hope you also thought, why isn't my company on that list? Well, guess what? I can help you with that. If you are interested in having your company join the Corporate Council for the Environment for the Nature Conservancy's Tennessee chapter, you can find me on that second row over there pretty much any Wednesday night or at our booth, or any of the Music City Roots staff can connect you with us.
Could we just get 1 second from Kim and Vicki just to pass the mic down and find out just a little sense about what drew you and what you hope to accomplish?
Well, as you know, Nissan is the maker of the world's first all-electric, mass-produced car, the Nissan Leaf, and so it's a very complimentary. Thank you, Nissan Leaf driver. It's a very complimentary relationship for us because we're very keen on sustainable transportation. We're very keen on protecting the environment, and so it's a good match for us. So we're happy to support.
And Kim, your word from you. I want to hear from down the end.
Well, we're so honored to be affiliated with the Nature Conservancy. Trish has been fabulous to work with from the beginning. We started our relationship in 2011, and we just felt like it was a good fit. The Nature Conservancy is all about good stewards of the earth. Ascend has a brand promise of helping our members be effective financial stewards. We join forces to grow our membership. To date, we've been responsible for almost 1,700 members to both of our organizations, over $41,000 raised. So very pleased to be a part of it.
Fantastic. Well, we have been from the beginning trying to bring brands like these guys and the bands that play and the fans who come in here, come into the barn and listen on the radio, together into a community. So meet these guys. Don't just look at them on stage. Say hi and find out more. So thanks for being here, and on with the show, I think.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Trish, Vicki, and Kim, y'all have a great night. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show, as they say. And it's a cool show. Blackstone Brewery lineup is here. I will waste no time. We've got a band that's been blowing up on the Americana blogs recently, and we're excited to have them. The Howlin brothers are here. It's not Howlin' Wolf, man. Howlin brothers are coming. Howl if you want to. We got a guy who's playing here tonight, tomorrow night in Scenic City Roots in Chattanooga. Fantastic songwriter who can be funny or serious at the same time. Roger Allen Wade. Give him a hand. And our friends from the awesome and always unpredictable band HuDost are back. And I've already become a fan of this first act, and they brought a cello player, so it's kind of a classy situation. And Jim.
Well, folks, we start off tonight's show with a duo that's worked hard to find themselves and their sound, and reaction to their new music suggests that they've succeeded. We hope they become one of the most talked about new acts of the year. Please welcome the St. John's.
Follow the fence down through your backyard. You'll be found under the willow. You break ground, but that leaves you far away home. When will you go far from here? Oh, doing? Good? We're the St. John's. I hope you guys have a great night. Go alone down a dark and twisted road.
Keep me in your heart and soul, and you'll come back to me, I know. How long must I wait till you see things my way? How long? How much more must I take when you've stolen my heart away? When I first met you, I was lost. How long till you see that all that you need I got? Fall apart, break the pieces of your heart. Run in circles till you see you're always running back to me. How long must I wait till you see things my way? How long? How much more must I take when you've stolen my heart away? When I first met you, I was lost. How long till you say that all that you need I got? Sing it! How long must I wait till you see things my way? How long? How much more must I take when you've stolen my heart away? When I first met you, I was lost. How long till you see that all that you need? How long till you see that all that you need? How long till you see that all that you need I got?
All right. So if you're planning on getting any more upbeat after that, sorry,
We fooled you.
it's all downhill from here. No, we're the St. John's, and we really appreciate Music City Roots and the Loveless Barn having us out. What an awesome crowd, guys! Thank you guys so much for coming.
There's a hole inside my heart. It fits the shape of you. There's a voice inside my head. It's starting to seem rude. Now I'm laying in my bed and noticing the cracks inside my walls. And I wonder, what are you doing
rocks thrown on the floor, filled with things you wrote, but the voice inside them's broken. I can't hear them anymore, and I tell them I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about you. But I wonder, what are you doing there? What are you doing there? 'Cause my good love you threw away, and I know it won't be long until it's found. What are you doing now? What are you doing now? What are you doing now? 'Cause your good love I threw away, and I know it won't be long until it's found.
Thank you, guys. So I want to take this opportunity to introduce these fine young men and women that are on stage here with me. And this right here on the bass guitar is Reed Barron. Give it up, give it up. And behind me here on the drums is the awesome Simon Roper. Yeah! All right. Over here on the electric guitar, you've probably seen him out playing probably on this stage and many others around town, but this is Derek Wells. And over here on the cello playing beautifully is Emily Nelson. And of course, we are the St. John's. This is Jordan Meredith right next to me.
And this is Lewis Johnson. It's great to meet all of you.
You wanted to tell me, you wanted to tell me all. Come back for another, come back for a second round. You're building barricades, ones that you cannot break down.
Thank you.
I'll find you in the valley. You lay down beside me and you whispered my name. We watched as the cold January covered the memories of that warm summer's day. But I know no matter the season, your love for me will never change. 'Cause you are the open water, the depth of you pulls me in. And you are the wildfire, you are the earth that we're in. I'll drive these lonesome highways. Your voice travels my way over these power lines. You say that you'll always be with me. No matter the city, you'll be by my side. 'Cause you are the open water, the depth of you pulls me in. You are the wildfire, you are the earth that we're in. Oh, you are the earth that we're in. So follow me where we used to go. Oh, 'cause darling, be coming home. Oh, 'cause you are. You are the open water, the depth of you pulls me in. You are the open water, the depth of you pulls me in. You are the wildfire. You are the earth that we're in. You are the earth that we're in. You are.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We've got one more for you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. And once again, we are the St. John's.
Yes. That's all I say is yes. I agree with her.
My eyes are locked to you. I'm falling. Your hands are cold. You say that your mind's been made up, and I should go. Maybe your head is not where your heart is. I'll sleep alone at night. And if our both can stand to be apart, then I'll leave it to your head. so bad. And I'm not ready for this, but I won't let you give it up just yet. Yeah, maybe your head is not where your heart is. I'll sleep alone tonight. And if our bones can't stand to be apart, then I'll leave it to your heart. Then I'll leave it to
Thank you guys so much. We're the St. John's. Hope to see you guys again soon.
All right, the St. John's. Yes, let's hear it for them, everybody. The St. John's, that was great. Thank you so much for being here with us. Keith, I'll tell you what, before I do any more announcements, there's a very special day today. No, not the eve of my birthday tomorrow.
Oh,
there's
okay.
a very special day. This is a 55th anniversary for Tommy and Gingy Hines. Let's give them a big hand. Happy anniversary.
55th?
Is Music City Roots the highlight of your week? Don't answer that now. But are you excited about every show? Well, tell your friends. With no effort whatsoever, hit the share button on your Facebook post so your friends will see them. And retweet our tweets as Wednesdays get closer. It really helps us out. Spread the word and help make each show a huge success. By the way, we'd like to say hello to some friends that are here with us tonight. Our wonderful brand that you'll be learning about on this very stage. Colonel Littleton and his team are here. Let's hear it for them. Makers of the finest leather products in the world.
Take off your hat for the Colonel.
Colonel Littleton.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. And hello to the gang from Dollar General.
Whoa.
Let's hear it for them. Who doesn't love the convenience of Dollar General? They've become as much a part of Tennessee Americana community as bluegrass and apple pie. Now, Keith, before I turn things over to you for whatever announcements you're gonna make right now.
Oh, you've been missing those biscuits.
Last week, I was doing a couple of festivals. Friday night, the Charleston Bluegrass Festival in Charleston, South Carolina. And Saturday night, T-Dog's Front Porch Jam in Lafayette, Georgia.
Yeah.
I was talking to Jeff Mosier, who's been here and doing the show before, and we were talking about festival chops. You know, you go to a lot of festivals, you know, different shortcuts and things to do, and whatever. Are any of you folks going to any festivals this summer?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Or even if you're here at Music City Roots. So we were sitting there eating a barbecue sandwich, and I didn't have a napkin. So I taught him a thing. I said, well, Reverend Jeff, here's what you do. Let's say you're eating a barbecue sandwich, and you don't have a napkin, and you've spilt a little bit of barbecue sauce. You could do that here at the Loveless if you need to. If you don't have a napkin, let's say you got a biscuit. You can use it to wipe the excess food. Gosh, Keith, I forgot what I was talking about. These biscuits are so good.
For you
They
folks
blow my
listening on the
mind.
radio, he used it as a powder puff. I mean, if you could imagine.
Well, it's a
that.
napkin.
Yeah,
I
napkin.
wiped my face with. Anyway, folks, let me turn things over to Mr. Keith Bilbrey.
Thank you, thank you. And welcome to the folks from Dollar General. It's one of my favorite stores. We got one out in Eagleville, Tennessee, and it stays open till 10 o'clock. Some nights you just go out there because you can. It's late at night, nothing else open. I love it. Folks, when people around the world think of Tennessee, the first things that come to their mind are, first of all, great music. Now, obviously, we've got plenty of that around here. Great food. We even got biscuits you can use as napkins here at the Loveless Barn. And, of course, what else? Moonshine. Thank you, Myra. And that's why we're so thankful for our friends and sponsors at Old Smoky Moonshine, Tennessee's first legal moonshine, distilled in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, right there in the heart of the Smokies. You can go up and watch it being made. Now, whether you're enjoying some of those classic White Lightning or tossing back a couple of moonshine-soaked cherries into your Coke, they remind you to always shine responsibly. And on a very warm night like tonight, ooh, you can't beat an Old Smoky Lightning lemonade. Check for it at your local package store and find out more about OldSmokyMoonshine.com, and make sure to like Old Smoky Moonshine on Facebook. Now, if you're a part of the over 3.5 million views on your YouTube channel, well, every week we post a video of a song from each artist that appears here on MCR, and you get to vote on your favorite Star 129 Gem of the Week. Sponsored by Star 129 Diamond. So let your voice be heard. See the amazing Star 129 Diamond for yourself at select fine jewelers all over the country, and here locally in Nashville at Forster's Diamond Outlet at their beautiful showroom on Hickory Hollow Parkway. Or just take a look at star129.com. You will be amazed at the patented technology they've used to create a diamond guaranteed to come with the industry's highest rating for sparkle. And we'd like to thank our friends at the Nashville Scene. You want to know what's happening in and around Music City, look for a fresh copy at local newsstands every Thursday or visit NashvilleScene.com. And, of course, one of our favorite sponsors around here, Griffin Technology. Proud to be a part of Music City Roots. Privileged to make the gear you need to power, play, protect, create, connect to the music that means the most to you. That's why their slogan is Connect to Play. That's why we're going to go over with Craig Haverhurst over in the Griffin Technology chat room. How about it, Craig?
It's good to be back in the Griffin Technology chat room. I've missed these little conversations. And I get to talk right now to 1/3 of the Howlin brothers, and his name is Ian Kraft. Please say hey to Ian. All right. The other 2/3 being Ben, is it Plassey? Plasse, yeah.
Ben Plass, yeah.
And Jared Green, who is a newlywed now.
Jared Green is not single anymore. He's
As
off the
of
market.
3 days ago.
That's right. Look
Congratulations, Jared. We're happy for you, sir. He's smiling. Looks like it's going well, but then they always do in the early days. Anyway, congratulations on a wonderful record. The new album is called Howl, and it's on a label. And I wanted to ask you about this label and how this came together. A fellow named Brendan Benson owns this project.
Yeah.
And we'll get to your background in a second, but what led to this project, which clearly just by the looks of it and the sound of it is more ambitious and more of a big deal artistically for you guys than the previous recordings?
Yeah, sure thing. Well, we met Brendan in the studio. He had hired me and Jared to come in and play a whole bunch of instruments on Corey Chisel's latest record. And from that, he kind of wanted to produce our next album, which became Howl. And so that's been a huge push for us. We've been in town for about 8 years now, and now we're just really starting to get a little bit of little recognition, and we're starting to hit the road a lot more.
Yeah, you sure have. It's been fun to read. I saw you on about 6 blogs all at one time, and it was almost as somebody coordinated it. but a record can do that. It can draw attention at one time. But talk about these years leading up. Playing, string band music. There's fiddle, there's banjo, acoustic guitar, upright bass. Those ingredients clearly have been the same since you all started.
Yep.
And born of what kind of enthusiasm? What were you all? What brought you together over this kind of music? And were you trying to be faithful replicas of something old, or just use Charlie Poole records as a leaping off point?
I think it was kind of a mix, yeah, like Doc Watson and John Hartford, and also just like the Delta Blues. I think is a big influence on us, and I think we've just tried to take all of that and just try and go our own, just let it push us our own way, just let whatever kind of, what do you call that, morphs into its own sound,
And where are the venues we would have been seeing you here over the last 5 or 6 years?
We've been down at Layla's Bluegrass Inn on Broadway for about 6 years now. We play, and just kind of all over, we try to keep as busy as possible, playing the last few years probably about 6 to 7 times a week.
Wow, yeah. What is it really like doing that lower Broadway gig? You're playing for tips, I assume. That's sort of the rule down there.
Yep.
And you must see the same kind, sort of certain people come and kind of be regulars and haunt the place, and some characters for sure. But any stories from just what it's really like to be doing that day after day, night after night?
Well, I mean, it's just like playing out on the road. Some nights it's like this, where it's like just amazing, just awesome to show up at work, and then other times there's more people on stage than there are in the room, and it's pretty humbling, but it makes nights like this just awesome, feel real good.
What about songwriting? Is everything on Hal original, or do you all draw from historic music and try to reinterpret?
It's mostly original, yep, but there's a John Hartford tune and a traditional number on there. We wanted to, throw out a little call out to John Hartford, who's our, pretty much our hero.
Kind of a hero. That's a great hero to have. I was lucky to move to town later, when he was still living, and I could sense what an influence he had on bluegrass players and those whose interests predated the bluegrass era. And for a fiddle player, anybody that plays fiddle, you gotta know your Hartford.
Yeah, I love him.
So getting back to Howl, these songs are pretty they're shaped. There's a level of production there that's not just the trio jamming like you would on stage.
Right.
And I appreciated that. What led to the more sort of realized sound?
I think it was just Brandon Benson, who you mentioned, he wanted us to just go at it, just create everything, and so there was no limitations. We didn't have to just be a three-piece, we could do anything we wanted in the studio, and he kind of helped with that. He helped kind of guide us in directions, and welcomed other musicians in, Well,
what was the most unexpected, perhaps, additional overdub or extra guest musician that made something kind of go, this isn't what we do at Layla's?
Probably Warren Haynes. Warren Haynes came in, and
Warren Haynes.
Yeah, and actually that night I cooked chicken for everybody,
right.
and I undercooked the chicken. It was awful. But he was so cool. He didn't mind at all. He said, "Hey, who cooked this?" And I admitted to it, and he was like, "Great cook."
And you'll get another chance, I'm sure.
I hope so.
Well, great. Well, you guys, the record sounds beautiful, and I know you're going to be traveling a lot this summer. Festival's coming up, and best of luck with it.
Appreciate it.
The record is Howl, and they are the Howlin brothers, ladies and gentlemen. Ian Kraft, one more time for him. We'll meet your brothers a little bit later on. We've got Allie Sutton center stage, you can tell, and that's good news. We're back after 2 weeks away from Allie Sutton, and good to see you back.
It's good to see you, too. It's good to see all of you. And here's a word from our sponsor, Vietti Chili.
When I get home from work, I grab me a can. I pull the tab and let the fun begin. It'll be more than one if you invite your friend.
Vietti Chili. It's good for your heart. It's good for your soul. It's good in a can and better in a bowl. It tastes so good, I'm about to lose control. Vietti Chili. Take it, Travis.
So get a little chili on your shirt and hands. Girls love guys with Vietti cans. It's waiting for y'all right now at the Loveless Barn.
That's right. It's better than your mama's recipe. Give her a bite and she'll agree that dinner time won't be the same anymore. Vietti Chili. Thank you. Thank you, Travis. Now, don't forget about our Music City Roots Season 1 on Vietti Vinyl. And how you can get your hands on one of these is you go to viettichili.com/shop, order yourself a case of Vietti chili, type in the promo code ROOTS, and this Music City Roots Season 1 will be yours, sent with you with your order. Now, let's get back to the music with Jim Lauderdale.
Thank you, Allie Sutton. Yeah. Well, up next, we've got some old friends back to the show. We've long believed in crossing cultural and musical barriers, and this collective does just that. The sound is exotic, but at the core are the familiar ingredients of great songs and passionate music making. Please put your hands together for HuDost.
How's everyone doing this evening? Good? The next one that we're going to do, we've actually never done before, ever. And we recently wrote it with Steve Kilby from the band The Church from Australia. And we're going to be putting out an album with him before too long. And so you guys are our trial session with this song. So we hope you like it. Thank you. So we're going to do a couple more tunes, and these next ones are actually from our new album, Fourth Way Folk, that's way in the back if you feel like jumping up and grabbing it.
Just came out last week.
It's true, it's still baby fresh. I mean, you know, we're working on that across the board.
Yes, did you guys all notice?
Is it possible to not notice anymore? I think we've gone past that stage. I did have, you know, for a while, especially in the second trimester, I'm sure you women know, the like, is it a beer belly or a baby? Not sure.
Try to wake up, Holly Hobo, let your lifetimes drift on by. Don't you hear that rolling thunder? It's just the clear lullaby. Well, those visions, don't you know, cause you trouble where you go, tribulation everywhere. But one day you'll rise above it when you hear the clear light prayer. Try to wake up, Holly Hobo, let your lifetimes drift on by. Don't you hear that rolling thunder? It's just the clear light lullaby. Well, those visions, they break just like hail falling down, like waves breaking on the shore. You'll be caught up in the maelstrom, won't remember anymore. Try to wake up, Holy Hobo, let your lifetimes drift on by. Don't you hear that rolling thunder? It's just the clear light lullaby. Nowhere you can run to, nowhere you can hide. Hear the sound come rolling deep inside you till your world divides. Try to wake up, Holy Hobo, try to wake up, Holy Hobo, try to wake up, Holy Hobo, lifetimes drift on by. Drift on by. Drift on by.
This is Joe Garcia, everybody. When the world starts to reform, you begin to breathe again. You'll be on your way to rebirth, born into the world of men. Try to wake up, Holy Hobo, let your lifetimes drift on by. Don't you hear that rolling thunder? you guys know some of these folks on this stage here? This is Mr. Tim Denbo over here on bass. And the beautiful Sophia Goodman on drums. And as I mentioned, the lovely Joe Garcia, as I like to call him, Joe Garcia.
Gotcha.
Over here.
You have to do it with the accent if you're going to
Joe Garcia. And this is Mr. James Wade Jamali Jalali Hines, also known as father of this little one. We want to bring out with us for this very last tune some lovely people, including Jim Lauderdale. He's going to jump in with us.
We have to introduce you too, though, first, Moksha. This is Moksha Summer on vocals and harmonium. And yes, what you were saying, we have a special guest for this piece.
Come on out. Kai Welsh is joining us, and Jim Lauderdale, and Molly, our new buddy. This is the first time, too, so we hope that it's okay that we've been trying out new stuff with you guys, but you're just the loveliest Nashville crew, you know, so with glowy faces like yours, it's hard not to try out new things on you. Are you kids ready? Yeah, come on down. Just come to this side. While we wait, I'll just share with you. This may sound like a traditional hymn, but it actually came through somehow my mind and out through my hands and mouth a couple months ago. So this is one of our new tunes.
I was born
Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good night.
HuDost, everyone. Let's hear it for him. HuDost. Ah, that was great. Whew. I'll tell you what, Keith, they put the spiritual scald on that one, didn't they, folks?
Yeah. I think that's a first, too. I don't think we've had a spiritual scald before, have we?
We have not.
Or at least not officially proclaimed it.
No, we haven't. I'll tell you what, folks, you at home watching, or if you're listening on hippie radio, it's a little, it was very cold here the last time, Keith, but
that has changed.
I'm
It's
sweating and I don't have a handkerchief or a napkin.
So the old biscuit.
I'm just gonna have to use something to soak up the excess sweat.
Oh, mercy.
Anyway, folks, let's turn it back over to the man with the plan, Mr. Keith Bilbrey.
Folks, do you think I ought to even try to explain that to our radio listeners, or just let it go? Yeah, let's just let it go. They need to come if they want to see stuff like that. Well, you're listening to Music City Roots on Nashville's Hippie Radio, WHPY, Bellevue, Nashville, 94.5 on your FM dial. Music for hippies of all ages, just like us. And, of course, we're broadcasting live from the big old barn out behind the world-famous Loveless Cafe at the intersection of Highway 100 and the historic Natchez Trace Parkway. For more than 30 years, the Loveless Cafe has been shipping out those delicious preserves and country smoked meats you always hear us talk about anywhere in the world. Think about giving someone something downright tasty with a gift from the Loveless Cafe. Go online, view their new catalog of gift baskets at catalog.lovelesscafe.com. How many of you have sworn off biscuits now, huh? But just for a little while, okay. I'm referring to Jim's demonstration here. Anyway, we want to remind you that French's Boots is at your headquarters this spring for the very best deals. Dan Post Boots and more. French's can outfit you from your head to the heel of your Dan Post Boots at the best prices anywhere. Step out in style with our great selection of jeans, shirts, and hats, and let them custom fit you with that pair of classic Dan Post boots that you always wanted. Downtown on 2nd Avenue, let me mention, they have got a fitting room in the back overlooking First Avenue and the stadium and the river, and man, you're just in boot heaven down there, and they'll get you exactly the right fit. Just makes good sense to shop at French's. You can check out their stores all across Tennessee. Check out MusicCityBoots.com and click on Dan Post Boots. And don't miss the Log and Timber Home Show coming this weekend to the Nashville Convention Center. Everything you ever wanted to know under one roof for building your dream log or timber frame home or getaway cabin. They've even got great deals on logs and beautiful rustic wood furniture for your home or patio. Click loghome.com/shows for all the details. That's this weekend at the Nashville Convention Center. Down helping construct log homes, no doubt, will be our log home constructor, blogger Craig Havikhurst. How about it?
Blogger, not a logger.
Not a logger, okay.
Good, we can establish that. Folks, raise your hand as I call your name. Lewis Johnson and Jordan Meredith, the St. John's. Please welcome them back to the stage. Thank you for a great opening set. That is. We talked by email a little bit about, and you wrote in your bio that you have been looking for a sound, and this is clearly a very mature, worked out, and arranged thing. One question I had when I sat here is that you must have to do shows just the two of you as well, and but here you got the luxury of a band. What's the usual ratio situation that you play in? Do you strongly prefer or try to really make it with this band?
Well, I think she passed it over because I really love playing with a band. We've been playing kind of acoustically for the last couple of years, and it's definitely a different dynamic. And we've learned a lot about each other, and we've learned a lot about how to really get our vocals. They're the most important part of what we do. But man, playing with the musicians here, it's awesome. And playing with our band has been a dream come true for sure. It's been awesome.
So you guys are from Florida, the great state of Florida, St. Augustine, I think, is that right?
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Talk about your geography and kind of how it shaped you and why it led to a interest in, or more than an interest in music.
Yeah, well, I grew up in St. Augustine. My whole family is there. Lewis grew up a little bit
further south in West Palm Beach. And yeah, I mean, we just grew up beach babies pretty much. And but we really love a good folk song. And so I think that it took a few years for us to figure it out, but this is what resonated with us. And yeah.
What did the early collaborations sound more like? What was coming out then?
Well, we've been playing with each other for quite some time, so it was a lot younger, maybe not as mature as you had described us as earlier.
Were y'all writing songs together from the outset, or working through the songbooks of artists that you loved?
Both. We actually played bar gigs with each other for years, and got the Freebird shout and Jimmy Buffett requests constantly. But we were, that's Florida for you. But yeah, we were constantly writing with each other.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what sparked the move to Nashville? What said it's time to come over here?
Well, we kind of wanted to get serious. We lived in New York for a year, and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun and really expensive. But we just decided, you know what? We want to make music. We don't really care about the glamour and what goes on. Like, New York and LA are great, and they, nobody says you can't do anything out of those cities. It's awesome. But Nashville is definitely a place where you can kind of build a sound, and you can get into a studio and you can just write with such talented musicians every single day, and everybody's working. This is their job here. And that's what we want to do. We're musicians for the long term, we hope so.
And where would you say you are in sort of this journey toward recording in a regular touring situation and traveling out of town a lot?
Well, we're much further along than we were, but it's a long road for sure. And I think we're definitely still in the infant stage of that, but we're definitely learning and growing really quickly. And it's been such a trip, just being able to share the stage with such awesome musicians and being able to learn from all of our friends. And we're definitely growing quickly. So hopefully we'll be, in our teens shortly.
Right. You have some free music at your website. There's actually the first produced recordings are there, free for the grabbing. And is that part of working toward an album?
Yeah, we're in the midst of recording an album, and the download that we have for free on our website, which is thestjohns.com, it is a live EP, and then there's one produced album cut on the EP. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you're just working and working. That's where the stage you're in, just grinding it out. Good. Oh, yeah. Well, the sound is great. If any gigs coming up that you want to maybe mention, you know of anything that you want to plug, here's your chance.
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. Watch those stjohns.com.
Right. Well, we got the Delta Ray tour that we're going on. We're going to be with them on a few dates from the 20th. Really? Yeah, from the 20th to I think the 28th. It's on our Facebook, which is the St. John's on Facebook, spelled out Saint, S-A-I-N-T, if you didn't know. And yeah, just go to our website, thestjohns.com.
That'll be awesome. Delta Ray's getting in front of big crowds, and you guys will have a great time.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, the St. John's, everybody. We appreciate you all.
Thank you all.
Jim Lauderdale.
All right. Well, folks, up now we recognize a songwriter and welcome him. He became known first for his irreverent, funny, and yes, sometimes raunchy songs, but he's also been increasingly recognized as a great writer of sincere country music. He's a proud son of East Tennessee, and his current album is Southbound Train. Please welcome Roger Allen Wade.
Thank you, Jim. Now, the Mexican army had a song they'd play, an anthem or dirge, that when they had an enemy surrounded, it meant leave or die. And that's kind of like my life was for a while. And the song was called Del Guayo. And this is called Del Guayo Motel. I live in a room with a green radio, curled in the womb of a 29-year-old. 4 miles from heaven and 1 sin from hell. In room 17 at Del Guayo Motel.
Yeah, the desk clerk's a jerk, an old carnival fella. I asked where you from, he said Lake Isabella. I told him I'd been there, but I never had. He looked at the clock, and I signed the pad. He says no dogs allowed, so I bought me a fish. He lives by my bed in a souvenir dish. Swims round in circles and eats once a day, and looks a lot like my ex-wife's fiancé. And I live in a room with a green radio, curled in the womb of a 29-year-old. 4 miles from heaven and 1 sin from hell. In room 17 at Del Guayo Motel. And there's a wasteland across the highway where the lot lizards roam and the big diesels stay. The cops ask me questions and I tell them jokes, and that fat one, he's always a bum in my smokes. And the swimming pool water is Chuck Berry green, and the water pipes rattle like Keith Richards' spleen. The walls are blood red and the sheets are Velveeta, and that girl in 112, she goes by Juanita. Juanita's a dancer, she does the naked ballet. I keep an eye on things while she's away. She spends all her money and half of mine too, trying to get high enough to get naked for you. And I live in a room with a green radio, curled in the womb of a 29-year-old. 4 miles from heaven and 1 sin from hell. In room 17 at Del Guayo Motel. There's an old Mexican dirge this place is named after, and I heard it once in a box office disaster. The Duke told his boys, said it means leave or die. I don't know much Spanish, but John Wayne don't lie. I live in a room with a green radio, curled in the womb of a 29-year-old. 4 miles from heaven and 1 sin from hell. In room 17 at Del Guayo Motel. I'm sinking like a pearl in a bottle of Prel. In room 17 at Del Guayo Motel. Now I know y'all are thinking, if that guy's got kids, they got to be ugly. But it ain't so. By some freak of nature, I got 3 of the most beautiful daughters and 7 of the most beautiful grandbabies God ever made. And this is a song I wrote for them. I want to share it with you tonight. Children are just angels without halos. Money's just the devil dressed in gold. Love is the purest form of passion, and trust is just a secret left untold. When water is just ice that has melted, and teardrops are just pain that's been set free. Turquoise are just Arizona diamonds, and you are just everything to me. A rainbow is just Jesus teaching Van Gogh to paint the heavens. A fiddle's just a poor boy's violin. Lucky is just 7,11. And living's just when I hold you again. Water is just ice that is melted. And teardrops are just pain that's been set free. Turquoise are just Arizona diamonds. And you are just everything to me. Echoes are just reflections you can hear. Reflections are just echoes you can see. A cardinal's just a sparrow dressed in scarlet. And you are just everything to me. And water is just ice that has melted. Teardrops are just pain that's been set free. Turquoise are just some old cowboy's diamonds. And you are just everything to me. Did your old papa ever tell you you mean the world to me? Thank you. Y'all please give a nice hand to my dear friend, Mr. Pee Wee Moore. Now this is a song off my new album called Southbound Train. And I was reading saw a video how Johnny Paycheck was in Chillicothe Prison in Ohio. Merle Haggard went to play with him and wound up Dean Martin was from Steubenville. And I thought, how am I going to get to all that one song? So I tried, and I hope y'all enjoy it. And this is, like I say, on my new Southbound Train album. This is called The Chillicothe Rain. It goes like this right here. Low down in Ohio, from the day that he was born, Charlie hit that hard road, rolling like a thunderstorm. Trouble as his shadow, larceny in his blood. They slapped him in the castle for lighting up some pecker wood. He got 1129 the first time, rode it out like a train. Walked down to the bus line through the Chillicothe rain. Some people stay in hell just because they know the names of the streets. Some lay their soul on the anvil, hand on the hammer, and that's me. Sorry for the trouble, the worry and the pain. Sorry I never had sense enough to get out of the Chillicothe rain. He hung around in pool halls, like to never found a job. Finally started bouncing for some dude connected with a Steubenville mob. Fell hard for a dancer. She took him for a ride. She could have cleared him with her answer. She got on the stand and lied. He got 10 years with good behavior, 10 years and the mark of Cain. The guard hollered, "See you later," through the hard Chillicothe rain. Some people stay in hell just because they know the names of the streets. Some lay their soul on the anvil, hand on the hammer. Hell, that's me. Sorry for the trouble, the worry and the pain. Sorry I never had sense enough to get out of the Chillicothe rain. Charlie stayed clear of trouble. For a year he walked that line, trying to rebuild from the rubble and set things straight in his mind. One night he got a phone call, said, "Mama, I'll be right back." She just killed the porch light when she heard sirens down by the tracks. The score he swore he'd settle got him more than a ball and chain. Got him the Lord's Prayer and Satan's chair in the Chillicothe rain. Some people stay in hell just because they know the names of the streets. Some lay their soul on the anvil, hand on a hammer, and that's me. My storm will soon be over when they run lightning through my brain. By the time you read this, I'll be a lily white mist in the Chillicothe rain. By the time you read this, I'll be a lily white mist in the Chillicothe rain. This is a song I wrote about a girl. Silver clouds laced across the Juarez sky. The horizon's the color of Liz Taylor's eyes. Like a slow-moving train, yesterday rolls through my mind. Well, I've been all afternoon in this dirty cantina, staring out at the world through a broken window, washing down your memory with warm Spanish wine. Riding my thoughts back a dozen years or so to a mining town in East Ohio, where I laid eyes on you the first time. Your skin was pale as pearls, your lips red as blood. Your laughter rang true like laughter should. And I was the first man to lay by your side and to share with you warm Spanish wine. As I recall, your eyes were the color of a faded blue bandana. Your legs were longer than the tall tales your old man used to tell. Your corn silk hair hung down your neck in tangled strands of loose neglect, and your passion, oh, your passion could melt Birmingham steel and make me feel so fine, like warm Spanish wine. But now my mind's all tangled in regret as I flip the ashes from my cigarette, realize all that's between me and hell is this dirty floor. 'Cause I'm older now than I have ever been, but I'm younger than I'll ever be again. I'll never have you, girl, like I had you then, but that's fine. I swear, baby, I'm fine, like that warm Spanish wine. As I recall, your eyes were the color of a faded blue bandana. Your legs were longer than the tall tales your old man used to tell. Your corn silk hair hung down your neck in tangled strands of loose neglect, and your passion, oh, your passion could melt Bethlehem steel and make me feel so fine, like warm Spanish wine. Oh, my baby, like warm Spanish wine. Tender lover, like warm Spanish wine. Mr. Pee Wee Moore again. We're going to do you one more. This is a song I wrote about a girl, and this is on our Stone Traveler album, and we got some out here available. Y'all, I think we've got Del Guayo Motel and Stone Traveler out in the lobby, and y'all pick one up if you can. I got to pay my rehab bill. Well, I got a wild card up my sleeve. Deal on, darling, if you don't believe. I see you'll raise you one more time. Play my hand in the blind, but I was born the reckless kind. Oh, I was born for rambling and running wild. The rock and roll honky-tonk rebel child. You can dream your dreams, girl, that's just just fine. I'm chasing mine. I was born the reckless kind. The reckless kind. The reckless kind. Like a chalk all over my shoes, just walking across that line. And I ain't looking for trouble, but if it's looking for me, man, I ain't hard to find. You just go and tell your mama you love the reckless kind. Till this world melts into the sun, I will cherish you, my darling one. But you know that I ain't never gonna walk no line. It ain't the way I'm designed. Oh, I was born the reckless kind. Kind, the reckless kind, hell, like a chalk all over my shoes, just walking across that line. Man, I ain't looking for trouble, but if it's looking for me, well, I ain't hard to find. You just go and tell your mama you love the reckless kind. Baby, go and tell your mama you love the reckless kind. More, ladies and gentlemen. The reckless kind, they're like a chalk all over my shoes, just walking across that line. Well, I ain't looking for trouble, but if it's looking for me, well, I ain't hard to find. You just go and tell your mama you love the reckless kind. Baby, go and tell your mama and them you love the reckless kind. Mr. Pee Wee Moore.
Roger Allen Wade. Mighty fine, my friend. Thank you for being here. Roger Allen Wade. Yeah. All right. Keith. Before I forgot, I hope he's still here. I've got a relative out there. My cousin Greg Jordan is out there. He's the president of King College in Bristol, and he's here with some folks from King College. You know, they're thinking about opening up a
I believe
branch.
they're back there.
They're thinking about opening up a branch here in Nashville, and I just want to throw in my my hat in the ring. You know, if you need a dean of students or a professor of Americana music or anything like that, just saying.
Want to give out any honorary diplomas? You'd be available for that?
I'm available, yeah, if they want to give me an
gosh,
honorary.
there he goes with the biscuit again.
Ooh, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, Keith, that sweat gravy is really salty tonight. It's just really.
You are just not right. You are just not right.
But folks, I'll tell you what, let's turn things over now to the man who puts the brie back in the Keith Bilbrey. Mr. Keith Bilbrey.
Thank you very much. Hey, thanks for being on my show on Hippie Radio, by the way.
Anytime,
I appreciate having
Keith,
you.
anytime.
Craig did a little phoner with us, and I appreciate that. You guys call in anytime.
You call me phony?
Yeah, we got a phoner.
Phoner.
A phony phoner. Woo! I'm going to leave that alone.
Yeah,
you know, when
me
you
too.
you have options where you choose to conduct your financial business as a not-for-profit financial cooperative, Ascend Federal Credit Union recognizes the importance of member loyalty. That's why they're pleased to once again reward members who bring the majority of their business to the credit union by returning $8 million in bonus dividends and loan interest funds. Over the past 7 years, Ascend has returned more than $39 million to its members. To learn more about Ascend, visit them at ascendfcu.org. Federally insured by the NCUA, membership is limited. Folks, let's take a minute to talk about our friends at the Nature Conservancy. The Tennessee chapter of the Nature Conservancy is 35 years old this year. Yeah, give them a big hand. 280,000 acres protected right here in Tennessee. Just to give you some examples, they've helped set up 29 state natural areas, 10 wildlife management areas, and 2 national wildlife refuges, all in Tennessee. And the Nature Conservancy protects nature not only for its own sake, but also because nature sustains our health and our way of life. The trees that clean the air, the rivers that supply our drinking water, and so much more. Visit nature.org/Tennessee to learn more about what the Nature Conservancy is doing for you and for nature here and around the world. Now, if you're in our live audience, you can visit their table back in the back where you can join the Nature Conservancy's community of 1 million members at a special Music City Roots rate of just $10. Now, that gets you a year's membership, their quarterly magazines, and Tennessee newsletters. So check it out. We'd love to have you as a member. Right now, over to the Griffin Technology Center, and there's Craig Haberhurst with guest.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot, Keith Bilbrey. Folks, one more time a hand for Roger Allen Wade and some good songs. Thanks a lot, man. Let's talk about East Tennessee for a second. He's from the Chattanooga town or the area. What were the circumstances of where you came up?
The streets of Brainerd, which is a section of Chattanooga, and man, went around the world and then finally wound up back there by choice, and just so pleased to be there. We just love sweet old Chattanooga.
And what radio would you have been listening to when you were, say, 16, 17 years old, and who would have been on it?
Oh man, Tommy James and the Shondells, and a lot of Bob Dylan. You know, that was about watching the river flow and the Lay Lady Lay kind of period. And then loved Gary Puckett and the Union Gap and the Guess Who, and just some great bands, man. Of course, everybody loved the Beatles.
You've just described the set on Hippie Radio after we sign off tonight. I think that's exactly what they're going to play. Tell me about a musician who was in your area that the world never heard about, but who made an impression on you and helped you along your way.
Man, I'll tell you, the cat playing guitar with me tonight is one of those guys, and just a real talent and just a real music man, a guitar man. You know, he's true to it. His name's Pee Wee Moore, and he really started out playing with me when he was just a kid, you know, probably 15, 20 years ago. And I'm just so proud of him, and he keeps me inspired. We don't get together much, but when we do, you know, it kind of refreshes me.
Nice. Now tell me about the stretch of your life when you had some huge artists cut your songs. I mean, you've been cut by Waylon and Willie and Johnny Cash, and what were you doing then, and what were the circumstances?
I really wasn't doing that much different, other than I don't live in my car anymore. And so I was just writing songs for the sheer joy of it, and I was very fortunate to get my heroes to record some of them. Then I kind of hit a dry spell when some of them died. But now, man, I got some people recording them again. I'm very pleased with that. And we're getting to make our own records now. My cousin is Johnny Knoxville, and he started a record label, and we're just having fun. We don't pretend to know anything other than what makes us feel good or what chills us or gets you when a song won't turn you loose, and so that's what we gauge it by. And so I'm really not doing that much different other than I'm not very disciplined on pitching things anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. But with the internet and all this kind of stuff, you have a lot of exposure where they kind of self-pitch themselves. I know that's probably a terrible business plan, but it seems to work. People are recording them and just having fun with it.
So yeah, Johnny Knoxville, had a TV show and some movies, and I guess he just loved your music in addition to being kin, and then figured out ways to work what you did into his weird world.
Yeah, thank God for nepotism.
Yeah.
And it's been very good, as far as getting songs out that way. But he's just the brightest cat I know, and a true music lover, and just a very, very soulful and very genuine, which means a lot to me. And I'm just very proud of him, and it's just one of the true joys of my life to get to work with him.
And speaking of radio, what are you doing on the radio these days? You still have a show on?
I'm a colleague of Jim Lauderdale on
XM Sirius and Outlaw
Sirius.
Country.
I was telling Jim that channel, it needed a touch of class and somebody that actually knew what they were talking about. So it's a good thing he's there, because me and my cousin, Johnny Knoxville, we have a show on there called The Big Ass Happy Family Jubilee. And it's just full of bad jokes and misinformation, but great music. And it's just really a fun thing to do.
We'll try that here, I think, more often. I'm a little too stickler, sometimes a little too stiff about getting things right. Your CD, currently Southbound Train, came out last winter.
Yes, sir.
And give folks a little tiny orientation to that, and then we'll sign off.
Well, we kind of did a trilogy there. Actually, I'm going to record the quadrilogy in July, I hope, the fourth album of that series. But we had Stone Traveler, Del Guayo Motel, and now Southbound Train. I'm recording the new album, which I think is going to be The Last Request of Elijah Rose. And it's just kind of my journey as far as, I had things pretty mixed up there for a while, and I got clean and sober 5 years ago, and it sure made things simpler and easier.
Way to go,
man.
man.
The best thing I ever did in my life. And thank y'all. And this is just that journey, trying to be as brutally honest as we can about it. And we don't romanticize anything, but we don't preach either. We're just putting it out there, let people make up their own minds. But y'all pick them up. They're available at Amazon, iTunes, and everywhere music's sold online. Like I say, I got to pay my rehab bill, so y'all try to get one.
Well, there's some beautiful writing on there. I know that. Roger Allen Wade, one more time. Thanks.
Thank you so much. What a pleasure. Thank you.
Tune in tomorrow night, Scenic City Roots from Chattanooga, his hometown, and you're going to hear him again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Well, we always ask that you support our sponsors because they support us. They allow us to do our thing and bring all of you good people music in fresh and innovative ways, which is why we're so proud to have Nissan as one of our sponsors, considering innovation is what they're all about. Not only does Nissan support Music City Roots, they also sponsor a variety of other artistic endeavors throughout our community. As Music City Roots continues to shake things up in the world of music, Nissan is doing the same in the automotive world. Just recently, Nissan unveiled the all-new Altima, a totally redesigned version of their iconic flagship model. And over the next couple of months, you'll see the new versions of the Pathfinder and the Sentra, as well as bringing Nissan's year of innovation full circle. Never has Nissan's local motto of Nashville Proud been more timely and appropriate, because not only are their vehicles innovative, their relationship with this great city grows deeper each and every day. We hope you'll check out Nissan on Facebook, become a friend to them the same way Music City Roots has. Just type in Nissan to join the community and find out more about their upcoming models and boundary-pushing innovations. Thank you from us, and thank you from Nissan. Nissan, Nashville Proud. Boy, you talk about innovative. This is the guy right here. This is Jim Lauderdale. Give him a big hand.
Thank you,
yes,
Steve.
sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I enjoyed talking with you the other day on the radio.
Wasn't that fun? Yeah.
That was. I always enjoy giving you a phoner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
You ready to
Craig,
introduce
too.
the next group?
I am.
Okay.
I'm going to do that. Well, folks, this Good Time Band has been playing at Old Time for a long time, but lately it seems the world is catching up with them. They've been recognized by the major publications in roots music, and everybody's listening to and loving their label debut album, Howl, out just last month. We're so pleased to be able to present them on our stage, the Howlin Brothers.
Thank you so much. Folks, here's Mr. Ben Class right here to sing a little boatman dance.
Hey, hey, boatman dance. Hey, hey, boatman dance. Hey, hey, boatman dance. Put on your dancing pants. My pa's out working in the yard. My pa's out working in the yard. My pa's out working in the yard. My pa, he looks so tired. Got a dog named Coralie. Got a dog named Coralie. Got a dog named Coralie. That poor dog, she's got fleas. Hey, hey, boatman dance. Hey, hey, boatman dance. Hey, hey, boatman dance. Put on your dancing pants. There's a rabbit in that log. There's a rabbit in that log. There's a rabbit in that log. Can't find my Cora dog. Got a friend named Steamboat John. Got a friend named Steamboat John. Got a friend named Steamboat John. He rides river all night long.
Steamboat John, riding down the river all night long. Steamboat John, riding down the river all night long.
Hey, hey, boatman dance. Hey, hey, boatman dance. Hey, hey, boatman dance. Put on your dancing pants.
Well, hello, everybody. We're the Howlin Brothers from Nashville. Pleasure to be here. Thank you. Y'all enjoyed this evening's show tonight. Whew. It's been a good one. It's been a couple of years, and we are sure happy to be back here. The great Jim Lauderdale and everybody. And we'd like to tell you we got a brand new album that came out last month. We're real proud of it. We're going to keep going through the show here, featuring some original songs, maybe a John Hartford number, and a traditional number too.
That's right. Folks, that's Charlie right there, Jared Green. He's 3 days off the market right there. He's a married man. Show him that ring, Jay. It's shining like gold right there. It's hard to see him sometimes. It shines so bright. Yes, sir. He's a happy man. I'm going to sing a song about how unhappy I was when I wrote this song here. Nowhere near marriage here on this song. One called Gone here. Hope you like it. 2, 3.
She want me twice, but I don't take no one's advice, and I'm gone, 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 gone. Sure, I'm scared, but that don't matter at all. Plenty of times you watch me fall, and I'm gone, 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 gone. So fast, my head's full of stars. I can see the moon, the trees, the sun, the sky, you in my arms, making love on a rainy hillside. We laughed so hard, we nearly bust our sides, and I'm gone, 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 gone. Yes, I'm gone, 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 gone. Dressed her up in calico on the first day of the spring. I was gone. Pretty little house and a pretty little ring. Gone. I see my heart drifting out to sea. Gone. I see you out there in the siren sing to me, and I'm gone, gone, gone. Well, do I love you? Well, it's funny you should ask. You stole my heart, now you wanna give it back. Well, I'm gone, 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 gone. Lord, give me the strength to carry on. The pain and love and loss makes us strong, and I'm gone, 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 gone. Yes, gone, 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 gone. Dress her up in calico on the first day of the spring. Gone. Pretty little house and a pretty little ring. Gone. I see my heart drifting out to sea. I was gone. I see you out there and the sirens sing to me, and I'm gone, gone, gone. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much. That's Brother Ian on the lead vocals banjo, everybody. One of my best friends.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Folks, let's give a big shout out here to the This it seems so flawless, and it seems like nothing's going on around here, but really there's an army of people doing amazing things here. You know, Todd Mayo and Ashley G and everybody around here, Jim and Keith and Craig, everybody's, let's give them a big, huge round of applause here at the Roots. Here's a song here on the Howl, our brand new record here. This one goes out to our musical hero, John Hartford. Jay's gonna sing you this one called the Julia Bell Swain right here. Take your way down the river there on a hot summer day right here. Goes like this.
Julia Bell swing, some mighty fine folk, got a mighty fine ham too. Got a big red wheel to go around and around, a bunch of old hippies old crew. And me, I tell you, gotta get away, Chattanooga, Tennessee bound. Wanna grab my banjo, put it on my back when the Julia Bell comes down. When the Julia Bell comes down. When the Julia Bell comes to Peoria, you know that summer's here. Way up on the Illinois River, it's the very best time of the year. Them steamboat days, July, like a hazy lazy dream. On a step by foot on Main Street, when the Julia Bell raises steam. When the Julia Bell raises steam. And Boone and Bob and Ed and Doc and Laura too. One big steamboat family, they's the Julia Bell steamboat crew. I can't stay here, I gotta get away. Chattanooga, Tennessee bound. I wanna grab my banjo, put it on my back when the Julia Bell comes down. When the Julia Bell comes down. I went up the river just the other night, darker than the inside of a cow, and nothing like Crooked Old River gonna straighten my head right out. I love my love, she's pretty and me, and I love to take her down. And all them pretty girls love to take a ride when the Julia Bell comes down. When the Julia Bell comes down.
Thank you so much. Folks, we're going to let Jay tell you here about his hometown. Any folks from Bayfield, Wisconsin out there today? Nobody? Oh, that's right. Well, forget about that song then. We're cutting that one off the set list. We're going to get you a real sad song here, a tearjerker. One called the Tennessee Blues here. I hope you enjoy it here. It goes just like this.
She don't mess with those high-class fools. Every time she comes around, I get the low-down Tennessee blues. The wind through the tall pine trees, it sends a chill through me. Every time she leaves this town, I get the low-down Tennessee blues. When will I see you again? When will I hold your hand? Every time you come around, I get the low-down Tennessee blues. And mama, last time you rode, you rocked me to the ground. Boys, the only song I ever sing is that low-down Tennessee blues.
Low-down Tennessee blues.
Every night I walk alone.
Low-down Tennessee blues.
Yes, and I hear you sigh.
Only song I ever sing.
Honey, come back to me. Take these low-down Tennessee blues.
Low-down Tennessee blues.
Every night I walk alone.
Low-down Tennessee blues.
When I hear you
Only
sigh.
song I ever sing.
Love will come back to me and take these low-down Tennessee blues.
The low-down Tennessee blues.
Every night I walk alone.
The low-down Tennessee blues.
When I hear you
Only
sigh.
song I ever sing.
Love will come back to me and take these low-down Tennessee blues.
All right, here's about the old hometown.
Yes.
Ladies, towns get to drinking and a dance all night on the sidewalk underneath the old front porch, singing along with an old time song. Everything wrong, start feeling all right. I've been counting my steps, 1, 2, 3. Wish that you was and dance with me. And I stayed gone, you stayed home, and I know just where you are. All in the kitchen. Well, one day down, we'll make time. You and me will make the getaway, climb to the old hill top where the north wind blow and the wrist don't bleed when the water gets cold. Yes, until that day I'll be thinking about you, dancing out front of my own soft shoe. Ain't nobody gonna change my mind for the love that I have for you. So let's go back to the old hometown where the folks like fiddle and the kids get down. Old times get to stay up all night, dancing on the dog in the town. I sing for you, you can sing for me. Sound as pretty as the birds in the trees. Ain't nobody gonna change my mind of the love that I have for you. So let's go back to the old hometown where the folks play fiddle and the kids get down. Old times get to stay up all night, dancing on the dog in the town. Well, hey, old fella, sit out the way you play the fiddle. Won't you play another song, please? Me and my gal, we're gonna dance all night, dance around the dark like it used to be. Back to the old hometown where the folks they fiddle and the kids get down. Old time skippers stay up all night dancing on the dark in the town. All right.
Put your hands together for me, folks.
Way up there in Wisconsin we're talking about. One more.
Everybody, the Howlin' Brothers. Appreciate that very much. Thank you so much, man.
The Howlin' Brothers. Yeah, sure. Yeah, why not, huh? Would you like another one? Yeah, the Howlin' Brothers.
Thank you so much. We sure appreciate that, folks. We'll get you one more off of Howl here. Man, that feels really good, and we sure do appreciate that. Try this old song called Take This Hammer right here for you. And then the incredibly talented Jim Lauderdale is going to come out here. Everybody's going to come out here and join us on an awesome gospel tune here for you. But first, we'll try this out for you. Oh, right, and also, everybody that played tonight's got some good stuff for sale out there, including us, so come on out and say hi on your way out the door there. We got plenty of Howl left with us, and I know everybody else got some good CDs with them, so please, say hi to everybody out there. Hey, here's Take This Hammer. Okay, to the captain. Take this hammer. Okay, to the captain. Tell him I'm gone. You tell him I'm gone. Take this hammer, carry it to the captain. Take this hammer, carry it to the captain. Take this hammer, carry it to the captain. Tell him I'm gone. You tell him I'm gone.
Thank you very much, everybody. The
Oh,
Howlin'
yeah.
Brothers.
The Howlin' Brothers. Yes. They're putting the howl back on the Howlin' Brothers. Let's hear it for them one more time. The Howlin' Brothers.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I think we gotta get everybody out here on stage, right? It's time for a little Loveless Jam. We'll be there in a second, folks. Everybody always kind of hesitates to come back up to rush the stage. We want to encourage everybody who's back there with an instrument to rush the stage. Folks, can I get one more yeehaw for the Howlin' Brothers? And everybody else who played it, another cheer for HuDost. Loved hearing them again. Roger Allen Wade, sharing some hillbilly wisdom with you. And back there, almost 2 hours ago, the St. John's. One more hand for them. Thanks to all the artists who played tonight. And let me tell you quickly about what's on tap next week. We got a Black Stone Brewery lineup that we are excited about. We're going to kick things off with some hardcore bluegrass and classic country music. Joe Mullins and the Radio Ramblers are going to be here. They're the current IBMA Emerging Artist of the Year from last fall. And they are making an impression everywhere they go. A terrific songwriter named Andrew Leahy is going to be here. Andrew Combs, making a lot of noise out of Nashville right now, on tour with Caitlin Rose and getting covered by all the important music blogs. Andrew Combs is fantastic. A band that had a great run in the 80s on country radio, the Sweethearts of the Rodeo, are here. They got a brand new record. That's going to be nice to hear. And we're going to hear from a return visit from a band that's just so great. Reminds me of Really Grateful Dead, the Alan Thompson Band. They're coming back from East Nashville. So please come and join us. Tickets on sale, of course, here, and we're going to be back on Hippie Radio and the live stream. So come if you can, bring your friends. Keith Bilbrey, how you doing over there?
Well, doing great, man. I'm ready for some more music. We'd like to give a shout out to our friends at Digitech, the official office equipment provider here at Music City Roots. Just take a look at those beautiful programs for just a sample of their quality. You can find them at digitechllc.com. And I'll remind you that you're listening to Music City Roots on Nashville's Hippie Radio, WHPY, Bellevue, Nashville, 94.5 on your FM dial. Music for hippies of all ages. Let's give them a big hand, our new partners.
Why? Was that lucky or what?
I don't know.
If they couldn't get WHPY, they would have had to be something else. They would have had to be
maybe it's
fishy radio or something else.
I don't
Pulled
know.
it off.
But I'll be on the air tomorrow night, 7 o'clock for our Radio Roots Hour, so be sure and join us. And we want to give a big thanks to our sponsors, French's Shoes and Boots, The Loveless Cafe, Old Smoky Moonshine, Griffin Technology, Nissan North America, Star 129 Diamond, Vietti Chili, Ascend Federal Credit Union, the Nature Conservancy. Big hand for all of them. They allow us to do what we do. And we'd like to thank all the gang at Sound Image for taking such good care of the live sound here in the barn. You'll find these guys on tour with just about anybody who's anybody, with offices from Los Angeles to Nashville, and we're very lucky to have them here with us. If you need professional sound, large or small, just take a look at sound-image.com. They're a proud sponsor of this final segment when all of our guest artists, who Craig just mentioned, have returned to the stage for the Loveless Jam, where we encourage all the musicians to stretch out on a favorite song. And to find out what that song is going to be, are we going to do the stretching thing again?
No, actually, I just want you
to... Let's go back to Jim Lauderdale.
Thank you, Keith. That's what hanging out at Hippie Radio
That'll do
this
it
week
every
has done.
time. I've
Keith
got
is
much
really
better at my slow
all
motion.
the phoners and the things like that Craig and I gave you this week.
Yes.
But,
It's on the FM band, which is frequency modulation.
We're going to be listening. Folks, how you doing out there? Have you had a good time? Well, we want y'all to sing along with this one. I think everybody's going to recognize it. Gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside. Study war no more. Ain't gonna 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 study war no more. Study war no more. Down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my heavy load down by the riverside. Study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Study war no more. Study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Study war no more. All right now.
Well, I'm gonna have this baby down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Said I'm gonna have this baby down by the riverside. Study war no more.
Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Study war no more. Study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Study war no more. My sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. Study war no more. Gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Study war no more. Study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Study war no more.
I wanna talk with my father down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I wanna talk to my father down by the riverside. Study war no more. Oh, no study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study that war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Study that war no more.
I'm gonna eat my mama's cooking down by the riverside. riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna eat mama's cooking down by the riverside and study that war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more, ain't gonna study war no more, ain't gonna study that war no more. Study war no more, ain't gonna study war no more, ain't gonna study war no more, study that war no more.
Thank you, everybody. Music City Roots is a production of Hang Die Media. Executive producers John Walker and Todd Mayo. Actually, we'd like to send a big group hug out to our brother and friend Todd Mayo. We love you, we miss you, and look forward to seeing you back in town next week. Hope you're wearing your green jacket and having a pimento cheese sandwich. And of course, big thanks to Tony, Barb, Chris, and all our new friends at Hippie Radio. Don't forget to join me for the Roots Radio Hour tomorrow night and every weekday except Wednesdays at 7, of course, where we'll explore the roots of Americana and rock for hippies of all ages. Hippie Radio 94.5 on your FM dial. We're glad you joined us this week for Music City Roots, live from the Loveless Cafe. I'm Keith Bilbrey, and from the edge of Music City, good night.